Honorable Wilfred Niwagaba, the Member of Parliament for Ndorwa County East, has officially launched a massive agriculture support program aimed at boosting productivity at household level. The launch event took place today, 19th June 2025, at Kafunjo Health Center in Kafunjo Parish, Buhala Sub-County, where residents from all the 12 villages of this parish turned up in large numbers.
Munjeri yokuyamba abantu banje kunjera ahantasya bari kukozesa ebibira byabo bari kuhinga nashaziremu okubahereza amaforogo buri ketunge forogo yaminana azanergo mu cyapa nkoko kandi mbashabe bahinge beze bagire cyo kurya kandi bashazeho ne cyo kuguza bareberera amakagabo bine sento mushaho.
The initiative will see the distribution of forked walls to over 28,000 households across the constituents, with the first phase targeting Kafunjo and Kagwen parishes in Buhala Sub-County. While addressing the community, Honorable Niwagaba urged residents to fully embrace income-generating activities and adopt modern farming techniques as a means of eradicating poverty at household level.
The average land holding here is a family of 67 people owns less than 30 decimals. That's literally close to just a quarter of an acre. So when you look at the terrain we have, it is difficult to use any agricultural mechanization in terms of tractors and the like, because both the terrain and the size of the land is too small. So we ordinarily use hoes, but because my area is largely sandy and rocky, they tend to use what we call digging forks. They are quite expensive, but when I was going through the people, it's one of the things that interested me to them with, in order to improve not only their food security but also increase their yields and therefore income in their pockets.
He further encouraged the locals to prioritize commercial farming over subsistence farming, pointing out that many residents grow crops solely for consumption, which limits income generation and overall household development.
So we've begun the process of donating these digging forks to all households in the constituency, with the hope that they will use them to dig and till their small pieces of land maximally, and also grow both food and the cash crops that would help them to have food on the table and also income in their pockets.
How many households are we looking at?
From the results we got from VHTs, because the WUBOS results, the national census results, are not yet out, we came to close to 28,000 households in the constituency. And we believe that's the right and proper figure.
The legislator also advised residents to minimize the planting of eucalyptus trees, citing environmental concerns and long maturity period. Instead, he urged them to plant coffee, describing it as a more sustainable and income-generating alternative.
Some of the people, but of course these are the rich ones, who have relatively big pieces of land around, have resorted to planting eucalyptus trees in places that ordinarily would not allow food crops to grow. But in my view, coffee would be much more economical than eucalyptus trees, because on average the recent varieties start yielding at the average of 1.8 years, 1 year and 8 months. Whereas the eucalyptus trees, even if yes they are perennial, but you can harvest maybe once in 3 years, once in 5-7 years. But with the coffee you would be sure that every year you are harvesting twice. Even if you have very few trees, of course because of the average land holding, I'm sure coffee would bring much more income than eucalyptus trees.
Residents welcomed the initiative with excitement and gratitude. Hilda Chadisima, a resident of Kabindi village, commended Honorable Niwagaba for fulfilling his pledge.
Elizabeth inokushemererwa kwango abwo kureba Honorable Wilfred Niwagaba rugamba mazima agiro ko yatekateka nk'abantu beye iyathereza eforogo gutugende tuhinge tukore ntunguka tuhera abana bita amashomero tubone byo kurya kandi tubone byo kuguza amakagitu gatunguke nitumusima tutine bugarukiro ahabwo kutekateka aha muntu wenyuma ekitwabire tutakabonaho kandi ekitwabire tutakarebahoga bwenu nitumwendeza obusinguzi nitumwendeza obuhangazi nakagira obusinge nakagira enkuru.
Other residents, including Christine Habasa, also appreciated the MP's generosity, noting that such efforts bring meaningful impact in rural households.
kandi yakoze ibindi bitangazo muri maremare nangwa no mu Rwanda yabara yona kimwe cyona twanteta gacikereza kabana kuzana imipira natureza imipira akatureza amafuka nitwinga bene yatureze forogo kandi kukira munonga natamba no mushimira abana babo bari kwega za kwinga tuzikoze sane tukazi yatwire bwa nyuma tubone mu cyo kujya tubone n'ibyo kuguza tukabona mu school fees.
This project is expected to roll out in other parishes across Ndorwa East in the coming days. Nabati Nyamachi for Kigezi Television.